This is an inside out reality. So once I realized that whatever was happening inside of me was projecting out and creating my external reality, then I can take responsibility and say, okay, I am manifesting this. No one else is doing this to me. I'm doing this. And this is the way that creation operates. It's through these two forces playing with each other, and they're always in balance, but we get to choose which one steps into our life. And this is karma or this is dharma. So karma is the force within creation that is supposed to remind us that we are dipping into the hellish frequency. I am losing sight of the path. I am moving into this imbalanced state of being. And so karma comes along to remind us to move back into that higher frequency, move into that higher space of being, step into who I truly am. Because I truly am an aspect of the Creator. I just forgot. I forgot who I am. I forgot that I'm an angel. I forgot that I'm an angle of light. And so I fell into this experience, all to go through the journey of reminding myself again, remembering who I truly am. And so when I fall into that state of deep forgetfulness, karma comes along to help remind us, like, hey, you're falling into that lower state of being. You're falling into the potential where you can actually harm yourself or harm others. And so karma comes along to remind us, this is not the way. You're not in congruency with the harmony of creation. And I like envisioning this musical way of portraying that, in that we're all playing the universe, the one song. So just as we're listening to music, and I think all can relate to loving a type of music, listening to that song that really gets you going, you can relate when you hear something that really soothes your soul and you feel that resonance, you feel that harmony, you feel that beautiful symbiosis between the instruments played, you feel the wonderful feelings that arise from that. So that would be playing in that harmonious heavenly frequency. And then the contrast is when we hear somebody who's learning to play an instrument, or people who aren't playing so well, or maybe a children's band that are playing and everything's sort of out of tune and wonky. You hear the difference in that, and it's very discordant, it's chaotic. So when we are living in karma, when we're living in that hellish frequency, we hear the discordant tune and it's unpleasant. It doesn't feel good. And that's all to remind us to move back into harmony, to recognize the tune that's playing and either retune our instrument to play with whatever is going on in the background. And then when we move outside of that karmic influence, we move back into dharma, which is that feel-good feeling of, oh man, this song is awesome. This song sounds so good to me right now. I've got a pep in my step. I'm walking down the street. I'm dancing around. And that's the Dharma. That's Dharma saying you're heading the right direction. You're moving in the right way. This is the heavenly frequency. Stay in this space because you are aligning with your true self. This is our natural state of being. Our birthright is bliss. Our birthright is bliss. So this is our natural state of being, to live in this harmony and live in this wondrous experience. But if we stray from that path, then we have the contrasting element to, not as a punishment, but just as a reminder to say, like, hey, you want to live in that highest vibration. You want to live in that most expansive reality. So let me remind you how to get back into that. The problem is people get stuck in that victim consciousness, that hellish reality, thinking that everything is happening to me. And that when I start to feel these feelings of discomfort, either there's some big, bad, punishing, judgmental God punishing me for reasons I don't even know, or it's just some random happenstance in some scientific evolved reality that has no meaning to it whatsoever. Both of those are lies to sort of enable that victim consciousness, to get us to believe that things are happening to us, so that when we feel these karmic consequences, we don't act, we don't move back into a space of balance to come back to that heavenly frequency. So then it accentuates itself to where we just keep falling further and further and further into hell. And that's where we found ourselves today, is we lost sight of this very simple mechanism of creation to remind us to get back onto the path. We lost sight of the fact and the reasons why it needs to exist. And we fell into that victim consciousness, thinking that, oh, this is just random, or this is all happening to me and I can't do anything about it. When in reality, we are so powerful. We are so capable of shifting and changing and moving back into that space of balance at any point in time. We just have to act. We just have to step into that.